I grew up in a household that was very art and music and culture conscious. My parents did not believe in television. We didn't have a television until I was like 12 years old. And our entertainment was, going to museums and art galleries, and my mother loved high-end estate sales, so she used to drag us off to there. And and I was looking back on my history, I was realizing that, the influence you have as a young person influences the decisions you make as an older person, and you don't realize that until I was going for a ride with a friend who was looking for land in this area, and when I drove through Easton and I saw all the beautiful architecture, I fell in love with it. And my parents, being Europeans, had traveled all through Europe and had traveled into parts of Africa and Asia. And part of our entertainment was home was going through the albums of pictures. And so I knew what the Blue Mosque was and what Pompeii was about way before my contemporaries did. And so obviously, again, as I said, seeing the architecture here, I fell in love. And I went and did a lot of research, and then when I found out about borderland and all that, so we, I had a newborn and a 2-year-old, and so we made the decision to move out here, and we put a deposit on a lot of land in a subdivision, and our particular section of the subdivision couldn't be closed on until the road went through. That was the law then. And so being so excited, I run back, call my mother and everybody, and come to find out my oldest brother had bought a lot in Easton at the same time. Wow. So if that doesn't prove to you that, how you grow up influences you. And the funny part of it is he was a little ahead of the game. He had already closed on the land and everything. But he bought in the same development. Wow. And it's like, what are the chances of that? Kidding. And you have to think twice about this. Do I want to live that close to family? Wow. But fortunately, they were on the other side of the circle. And we all settled in and we started raising our families here, and we're very happy. And unfortunately, my brother developed leukemia. And what I found out when I said it's not just a pretty face, the town is real and alive and caring and giving. Developed an auction where businessmen and individual people, contributed, and so money that they needed to get by was raised, and the neighbors brought dinner to the house every single night. So it was like, it's not just a pretty face, it's not just beautiful landscaping and beautiful buildings. We're a living, thriving community, and I think that's wonderful, and I hope it continues that way through history, because we still have, even though we're not maybe considered a small town anymore, we have that feel. I wanted to take this opportunity to acknowledge my sister-in-law, June Pasquale, who was left with 4 young children to raise. And she just showed so much courage and strength. She went back to school, she got a good job, she raised those kids, and now, I have 4, nieces and nephews, great adults, 2 of them raising their own family in Easton.